Okay, I'm now going to set up a dialog. So when we go to close an application, it'll we'll have a little window that pops up and allows us to either select OK to continue to close or cancel, so we can go back to the application. So the first thing we're going to do is just go File New, and you can see we've already got dialogues here. I'm just going to choose one of those. I'll go with the dialogue with buttons down the bottom. Go Create, and we can resize this if we want to, or we can just leave it the same. You can see we'd have to put spaces and stuff like that if we want to resize. I'm going to also change the name of the object, so we are in the actual window here, and it's a dialogue. I'm just going to call it, say, close. Okay, so now we have that, and I will save that into the same folder I've got my other windows. Okay, so that's now saved. We then convert that, and you can see I've got my initial one which I've converted. Okay, so that is here. I've converted it into a Python file, and you can see here's my dialog. So if I run this as it is, here's my dialog. If I run this as it is, you can see there's my dialog window, okay, with the two buttons. So I'll just go back to my second window, or the window that's going to open the dialog, and all I'm going to do is exactly the same thing as I did to open a window. The first thing I'll do is just import the class from that new file. So there's my Python file for the dialog, and I've imported the class UI dialog, this class here, into this file. So now I can define the function to show that. So exactly the same as we did for opening another window. And I'll just call that dialog, because I know I've already actually done this. If you can't tell. And you can call this one whatever you like. So I might call this one win. And then that will equal to the Qt widgets, and again, this will be slightly different. Okay, if we have a look down here, you can see it's a Q dialog. So you could copy and paste that, or we can just continue to type, and it should come up with Q dialog. And we need to finish off with the brackets there. Okay, now we'll just set up the UI, same as last time, and that'll be UI dialog. Okay, so from that class up here, you can see now it's now being used. That's not grayed out anymore. And the next part is to set up the UI. Again, same as last time. Set up UI, and that will be again the self.win, which is what we've called our variable up here. And then we just need to show that. And there we have it. So now if we run this, I've already done the click connect. Okay, so there it is there. There's my push button, clicked, connect, and it opens or runs that function that we've just created. So now if I show that, run second, we have something wrong. I've deleted another file there, so I'll just grab that back. Okay, now we should be okay. Okay, so if I click on the close button, we do have something wrong. What have we got wrong? brackets at the end of dialog. Okay, quite often forget that, so don't forget we now have brackets at the end there. So now if we run that, click on close, and there's our button. You can see it actually doesn't do anything. So that's what we want to do, is make this now do something. So when we click on it, when we click on OK, it works to close the app. Now the code for that, what we need to do is in here, we want to set a variable, so we're just not going to use self this time. I'm just going to put response. You can call that variable whatever you like, and then self dot win, and then what we want to do exec. Okay, so we're just getting the basically linking to, so that we can see what's happening in the response from that dialog. So if response is Qt widgets dot qdialog dot accepted. So in other words, when they click on the OK button, we want to close the application. So what we're going to do is go to the Qt GUI, and the GUI application, and we just want to quit. So we're basically just quitting everything there. So now when we run this one, okay, we've got our close button. If we go cancel, it'll just close that dialog. We go close and go OK. It actually closes the app for us.